Yo, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The CrossFit sphere and universe. So bear with me, guys. I am still trying to figure out this Roadcaster. I think I have live call ins figured out. So we'll see if it works. Tell me how I sound. Do I sound deeper or less deep or maybe a little more sharp than my usual? If you can give me a little feedback, I'm trying to hear it in my headphones or my whatever. um, but it's hard to hear. I can't really make it out if there's a difference or not. Craig, do I sound like more deep or do I sound normal? Do I sound any like excessively raspy is what I'm trying to get to. We're trying to prevent because my voice is wildly raspy in the morning when I can't talk loud because my little man's sleeping next door. Oh man. Hmm. All right. So we'll talk for a little bit. Perfect, smooth morning voice. I love it. Thanks, Jody. Perfect, smooth morning voice. I love it. I feel like I need like a radio, like KWB 14 live from Pensacola, Florida, something like that. Um, all right. It's Friday. It's 6:30 Central. Everyone's up, and all 9 of you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting. I enjoy this. This is kind of like this is like, very selfish. This is kind of my little therapy to talk to the sphere. And hopefully the call in will work. Whoa. Whoops. We're gonna put it on here in a minute. We'll see if it works. I gotta sneeze. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah. Make that 11. See, we can do this. All right. How was everyone's week? Anything to share? Anything to anything you guys want to bring to the surface? We had a pretty interesting week. It's like I feel I'm one of two ways. I'm either extremely busy and wildly stressed out and I have no time to do anything, or I'm not that busy and I find a way to be completely lazy and apathetic and then I just put myself behind. So I started rewatching Game of Thrones. It's like my passive watch, kind of just in the on the side. I think I've seen it 5 or 6 times, and and so instead of being really proactive this week, I was just kind of lazy because I didn't have a ton to do. But then everything kind of comes to a head, and now I have a fuckload to do. And I'm keeping Ben at home today. I leave Tuesday for um, oh, hell yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Camille, I ordered some Sophia coffee and sent them a message about your show. That's my girl. Y'all, Camille is a real one. She's an OG WOD prepper. She's one of my first athletes, and still, I will call her out on every show. She's such a badass. You're the best, Camille. Which one did you get? You gotta let me know how it is. If you guys don't know what Camille is talking about, I'll keep sharing them until they agree to do a sponsorship with me because I really like their shit. And if you guys don't know, share screen. SophiaCoffee.co. Okay. SophiaCoffee.co. Some of the best small town coffee you're ever going to get, and they ship everywhere. I put it in the bottom. It's very good. They're reworking their website. I think I'm close. So I was talking to Ben and I just want a coffee sponsorship. That's like my thing. I just want I really enjoy taking in nice coffee, and I really want to work with someone small. And so Ben was like, well, you know, what about Trade Coffee, which is a huge coffee subscription model kind of thing? And I was like, yeah, sure, we can look at it. And um, and it just didn't feel personal. I'm like, I'm just gonna hold off. I don't want to do it with anyone else. I want to try and get with these guys and go from there. So I'm gonna keep pressuring them. Um, Thanks for sharing, of course. Um, okay, so another question. Pull this down. Um, the Netflix of coffee. Exactly. 2 pounds of the Lipsy blend. I don't know what this means. The Netflix of coffee. Um, uh, so so who here drinks cold brew? Does everyone here drink like a hot drip or French press or something? If you drink a cold brew, let me know in the comments. I have something for you. If you make your own or if you buy cold brew when you go out, I have a life changing opportunity for you. Um, so if you guys are, oh, this is what I wanted to pull up. So it's Friday. I usually mow my lawn on Fridays, but I had to mow it kind of in the middle of the week this week. Um, and so, uh, oh yeah, yeah, Trade Coffee. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like subscription. It's good. I mean, it's good. I've had it before, but I'm trying to go low brand, right? We're trying to like pull up the little guy here. Um, oh, where'd it go? There it is. All right. So I usually mow my lawn on Fridays, but I had to mow in the middle of the week this week. I took a picture for you guys because I'm very proud of my my lawn. Very get off my lawn vibes. All right. Boom. That's my lawn. Very happy about it. Very proud. Very proud of my lawn. We work hard at it. It's my baby. Don't look at my address. I don't know. It wouldn't really matter. My wife potted these plants a few weeks ago. I water them every day with Bennett. He enjoys watering. He really enjoys just like running under the hose, right? Um, or trying to spray me with it, but for the most part, he helps. So that's my lawn. All right. Good morning. Good morning, homies. Christian, very clean. Thanks, buddy. It's small. If it was any bigger, I probably wouldn't be able to keep it. But since it's so small, it works pretty well. It's uneventful. I've got a buddy who lives in, I don't know where he lives now. Mm, I don't know, somewhere in South America. And every time I post a picture of my lawn, wherever he lives, there's no pesticides, there's no fertilizer, everything's wild, like wild grass and all that stuff. And he goes, "You need more weeds." And I was like, "I don't need weeds in Florida suck. They're gross. They attract snakes and bugs. And I like my lawn to be crisp and clean." And he's like, "It's unhealthy." And I'm like, "It probably is, but it looks really nice, so I don't care." I did recently stopped using um like Roundup and stuff for the beds, and I started using vinegar. I'm trying to do the whole not kill my kid thing, and, no Monsanto, all that jazz, and so I think it's going pretty well. Um, it worked. The vinegar, the 30% vinegar worked pretty nicely. Good morning, Megan. All right. All right, what's everyone's plans for the weekend? So I'm keeping Ben at home today. Um, I would die. Jody, I would absolutely, I would die. I couldn't do it. I guess if I came into a house like that, I'd probably be okay with it, but I like a nice lawn. I don't know if I could handle it. It's like I don't know, probably not the best thing. Oh, I saw your post up here. So I'm watching Game of Thrones, rewatching it. We watched Suits, um, like Bennett's first year, and me and my wife watched it together. It's a good one too because they don't curse. I don't know if you've noticed this, but they don't say fuck. They don't say the F word in the show. Maybe a handful of times throughout all 8 seasons. Um, they just say damn instead, and it doesn't fit. So if you just listen to them when they curse or when they try and get really upset, they won't say the F word. They'll replace it with damn, and it doesn't quite make a lot of sense, but you'll catch it now, and it'll kind of stick with you. It's very strange. Um, I think I can count on one hand how many times they said the F word in the whole show. Um, but it was a good one. We really liked it. It's good to have that much drama and like even suspense without like violence and sex and you know guns and things like that. Not that I care, but my wife doesn't like all of that stuff, and so it was a show that we could watch together. That had some drama in it. It wasn't, I don't know, a rom com. Hey, thanks, Crystal. Good morning. Great breakdown of the Masters workouts yesterday. Yeah, they're really good. I'm gonna pull them up here in a little bit, and we can talk about them a smidge on here. Um, I'm excited for them. I leave I leave Tuesday to go up to Birmingham. My coaches Nelson and Orlando are coming to Pensacola on Sunday. We're gonna hang out for a day or two, and then we're gonna drive up. And yeah, uh, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be there for a long time. Be the longest I've been away from Bennett since, obviously since he's been born. And so I'm nervous, even though we're only 4 hours away. I don't like it. It's pretty long to be away. So I'm keeping him home today, and I think we're gonna try and go to the pool. Um, he loves to swim, so we did the ISR I don't know, infant safety rescue. I don't know, the stuff where it teaches him how to float, and so he did that from like April to June this past year, um, and um, and it was great. He cried for 5.5 weeks, and then he started to really really love it. Um, and then he was crushing it. He floats, he swims, he loves to swim. But we haven't been in the water that much in the past month, and so we were at a friend's. I had a birthday party, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't float, and so we're gonna practice today. He's gonna be pissed, but we got to practice. So he gets pretty upset when we make him make him roll over and make him float. Uh, let's see. Christian up to the cottage for the weekend. First time been on a family vacation with them. Christian, do you own a gym? Are you naked in this picture? I feel like I always get a little uncomfortable when I bring it up. Um, Jody, wait, are you a competitor in the games? No, unfortunately. No, no more competition for me. I am 34, so I'll be a master soon, but competitive CrossFit is not in the cards for my health. Um, so so not so much. Um, but I am coaching 4 athletes with my coaches. Crystal flying out to Mobile. We'll meet my husband in Birmingham on Tuesday. Looking forward to it. All right, we'll see you there. Make sure to find us. We'll be in WOD Prep gear. Craig, I really like the Masters event workouts. I do too. It's interesting. I think CrossFit's taken this funny turn, right? And I don't know if it's this like mob mentality against Dave, um, uh, or I don't know. I don't know what it is because people used to really love the games and the difference and doing the different things that you don't do inside of a gym, right? And just in the past couple of years, I feel like that sentiment has changed a little bit, and people really appreciate good traditional CrossFit again, even though they kind of hated it. I don't know. Maybe just when it was just more exciting and CrossFit was growing, but everyone felt like the game should be something different. And I don't disagree with that. I think that's very true. But the feedback on the um what am I saying? On the Legends post guys, was wild. Like, so, um, so it was such great feedback, which I'm all for. Pro CrossFit everything, pro CrossFit everything, and so, um, uh, and and so I mean I love this. I think I love all workouts, right? I think everything can be spun in a good manner, and but this is traditional CrossFit across the board. This is just what semifinals might look like. Um, it's good balance and all the things, and they did a really good job. Um, and so yeah, but in I feel like 2 years ago or maybe 3 years ago, barring COVID, this feedback on this would have been like, it's just semifinals again. We can do all of this in our gym. This looks like an online qualifier. And it does, right? Besides the Echo Bike workout, all and maybe the run, right? You could make that a row. And then all of these could have been done for a semifinal and online qualifier, which usually people fucking hate. And they didn't hate this. And I'm so confused. Um, and um, and so, but I'm all for it, right? Um, um, how are your games athletes feeling? Okay, so we'll brag on them a little bit. We have four. We have Kevin Schutz. He is in the 35 to 39. He feels very ready, and these workouts very much tend to his favor. I think he has a really good chance to place very high. He didn't come in the top heat, so he's like in the bottom 20, but he definitely will not be in the bottom 20 after day one, and these are really, really good for him. Jen McKesh, 45 to 49 female. These workouts play very well to her as well. She's very strong. She's very dynamic. And there isn't too much machine emphasis, which is really good for her, except the bike one. But she's really good at double unders and chest to bars, so this one should be able to be managed pretty well too. Um, Rose Wall, 55 to 59. Um, she's very balanced and she's very ready. We had a good prep, good consistency. Worked on muscle ups a lot, but then they took the muscle ups out for the 55 athletes, which was sad, but is what it is. And then Lynn Watt, who's not my athlete directly, she's a Orlando's athlete, um, as long and she's 60 to 64. And the only event for her that will be a challenge will probably be the front squat. I think the snatch ladder is light enough for her to do well, and then everything else she's gonna run away with. I'm pretty sure she was the first qualifier, and she has a very, very good chance to win. Um, yes and no, not naked. I leave it up because it also makes Sevi uncomfortable. I'm just gonna leave it on the screen. Just kidding. So yes, so Camille, they're ready. They're super excited. It's gonna be a good time. Uh-oh, my computer is gonna die. Ugh. Guys, you should see what my clean office has turned into in the past 53 days since we started this podcast stuff. There's a lot of shit in here. Um, uh, but yes, I love the workouts. It's so interesting. Community is so funny, right? And I don't know if it's, um, so Kenneth, the Legends community is more emotionally mature, maybe. But I mean, if we just go to, let's see, I'm gonna pull up the post, the Legends post. So like just look, right? So Ariel, like just everyone was just this was the comment that kind of stuck out to me with a lot of like non-masters. Um, I don't know. Like the first event, the first workout that was announced for the games was Chad, and the comments were riddled with basically what the fucks, right? And so I don't know. I mean, I'm all for it. Jason Grubb. I feel like Jason Grubb has some conflict of interest here personally, but I don't know. I don't know him. But I think he lives in Birmingham now, and I feel like he was like with them when they were doing the walk around. I don't know. I just feel like he might have known. But he's gonna do obviously well. Sprague, Pamela, Dylan. I just think it was Guido. Like it was just a um, yeah. I think they did a good job on working the weights across the um, the main thing I focused on last night was to look at the progressions from 35 to 65, and I think they did a really good job. It's really hard. It's not the easiest thing to do to get the same stimulus to a 65 elite athlete as a 35 elite athlete and not completely change the workout. So I think they did a good job. Like I said yesterday, I think they missed a couple, but I'm pretty sure the ones that they missed are equipment limitations and um, not actually limitations based on their programming thoughts, because they used like 150-pound bag, and then they didn't use a 40-pound dumbbell. They used a 30, and it just like you could tell they just probably don't have that weight of dumbbell, or that weight of a sandbag. So uh, yeah, I think they did really, really good. I'm really excited for it. Julian, did I watch the TTT podcast? No, not yet. I started watching a little bit of it. Um, and and I stopped. Tell me about it. What do you think about it? What should I focus on? I think I'm gonna watch it today. Passive watching when we're hanging out at the house before we leave. Um, Christian loves 1 and 8. What is 1 and 8? The run deadlift and then the burpee toes to bar. Yeah, there's a lot of barbells. Funny. The first thing that someone texted me was like, "There's no barbell," and I was like, "There's barbell in 6 of the 10 workouts. How can you say there's no barbell?" Now there isn't a super heavy barbell, and the snatch ladder I think is a little light personally. Um, but there's a 1 rep max front squat. There's 50 heavy deadlifts. Um, you know, obviously you have Grace and Isabel. So yes, a lot of barbell cycling, right? There's definitely a lot of barbell cycling for sure. Um, Again, Julian, what should I check out there? I got maybe 15 minutes in as I was kind of playing with my setup here. Um, oh yeah, is Braun doing it? That's right, he did qualify. I forgot. Yeah, that's not even. And I was talking to Kevin, just 35, and in the speed ladders touch and go. I don't know. I'm assuming it's not squat, but I mean it's really just a full sprint. Um, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it's going to really test strength. It'll be testing cycling speed, which might not mean the strongest athlete. Like I don't know if Braun wins because it's so light, but I don't know it sets it apart enough for him to excel where he should. You know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see. Um, but they'll be sprinting to every bar and it'll touch and go all 10 reps. Um, okay, let's try this. So we'll see. You guys don't have to call in, but I'd love for anyone to call in. Live call in might work, might not. Um, but let's see. If you do, I'd love for you to. We'll see how it goes. If anyone decides to call in, I'd love to chat with you about anything. We can talk about the Masters games workouts, or we can talk about any stuff, but we'll see if it works. I think it works. Um, if you call and it goes straight to voicemail, just call second time or just text the number and I can call you. Either way. We'll see. We'll see if it works. Good question, Kevin. Any recommendations on exercising to improve knee valgus in teen athletes? Is this during running or jumping or squatting or what? Give me a little bit of context um, context here. Oops. I guess it's 1,407, 3, 9,945. All right, 2. Let's see. Jumping, squatting, deadlifting, all the things. All the things. I mean, a lot of that is just strength, right? So, knee valgus has been given this, it's been demonized, right, pretty aggressively over the years. But it's a pretty natural movement pattern, so we don't want to just avoid it completely. But squat work, right? I mean, just getting stronger. I'm assuming they're probably long and lanky, not very, muscularly developed, and so when that's the case, right, just like get them to start training, get them to start squatting, single leg work, lunges, step ups, etc. Um, you can do some balance stuff and don't avoid the position. You still want to train it. So directional change, like jump work, right? So like agile work. So, they call like skater squats or skater jumps and directional change. And um, yeah, it's normal. How old is he? Is he like in the middle of puberty, or she? Is it a female or a male? Um, and are they like pre-puberty and puberty on the back end? Um, yeah, skier squats are fucking hard. I don't know. I feel like regular squats, they're super tough. 16, 17 male. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so 16, 17 male, they need to be in the gym. They need to be lifting some weights. Um, I like a skier squat. I think that's probably like a progression way up the ladder. And so it is it's just like a really challenging thing. All right. All right. We got our first call. Let's see how this goes. All right. Hello, caller. Caller. Hmm. All right. Stay on the line, caller. Hello, hello. Caller. Hmm. All right. It's there. See, this is why. Come on, it worked last night. What are we doing here? Caller. Hello, hello. Hmm. What happened? Hello, caller. This is frustrating. Hello, hello. Nothing. I got nothing. Maybe it's a fake caller. It said Slater. Slater, did you just call? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, well, now you're on speaker. Why is it not coming through? Hang on. You can hear me, but you can hear me through the phone? Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to keep going back through. All right. All right. So you can hear me. All right. This is so strange. Talk again. I got nothing coming through. Why? All right. We'll try again. I'll call you back in a minute. We'll see if I figure this out later. Um, hmm. Man, I thought I had it. It worked last night. I made my wife call me. Man. All right. We'll figure it out. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. I love people see freak out about Tia's. Uh, so yeah, I agree. I think it's just a very nuanced thing. It's it hers is very specific, right? So I don't think she has any weaknesses and any issues. It's just her squat pattern, right? And I don't think she's at risk for anything. There's a point where you get to become a professional, right? And you've done enough reps, and then you just have this this pattern that fits you, right? Now, if they're a novice and they're a 16 to 17-year-old male and they don't have a lot of what's the word? They don't have a lot of experience or training age, then it makes sense, to change it and really work at that. But someone like Tia, she's done, a million squats, probably not over exaggerating. I'd say it's fine. Like all of these. Mike B, 180 subs, only 28 viewers. They're all fake. No, the YouTube channel has been built over the last 10 years, but it has nothing to do with the live podcast bit, right? And so we're just trying to build the podcast things. And so if you're not if you don't turn on notifications and things like that, you're never going to get noticed. And it's just we're new to live streaming and podcasting, but we've been putting out CrossFit tutorial videos for 10 years. And that's where our bread and butter is. But I wanted to do the podcast thing. And so Ben, the guy you see on all the videos, which is the owner, and he gave me a shot to mess with it. So that's it. We have more every now and then, but it's also 6:30 or 7 in the morning. No one's awake, and we're not talking about the drama of the PFA or Lazar or the games, which means that that's just what happens. So, yep. Anyways. Oh.
Was recently upgraded
there
to
we go.
76. This score is in
Can
the
you guys
top
hear that?
10% of businesses.
Did you guys hear that? That was I think it just connected. All right, we're going to try this again. But thanks for calling me out, Mike. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to call.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Nope. Yes, perfect. All right, Slater, give me a call back. I think we're good now. Let's party. Okay, low volume. I can turn it up. All right, we'll see if it works. We can do this. See, Mike, this is it. How many podcasts have 180,000 subs and don't know how to use a Rodecaster? But anyways, cool. Well, hey, you're here. So what do you want to talk about? Tell me. What would make you want to subscribe and be a part of the show more often? Me too, man. Makes sense. I get to say I saw it when it was first.
Unknown caller.
All right. Yo. Oh, man, what the fuck happened? There we go. Hello?
Hey.
Yo. All right.
Perfect. It working now?
It is. All right. Can everyone hear?
Cool.
I think I can hear you. So we'll see if it works. What's up, man?
Cool. Not much. I'm about to actually go to the BCS Classic, if you're familiar with that.
The BCS Classic? Is that a competition?
Yeah, it's a competition. Yeah, it's in Bryan, Texas. It's
oh yeah, that John was just talking about that. That's when he got called out on that last night, didn't he? For like last year or something. Yeah.
I don't know. But Rich programs the workouts. He competes with Angelo.
Cool.
Rory McKernan's going to be competing with the guy too. But
Rory's going to compete.
I was actually going to one. Yeah, I mean, he probably does it for fun.
Sure.
But I was going to see if you had any tips on any of the workouts. I don't know if you're able to pull them up quickly.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. I'll find them. BCS Classic workouts 2024.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Boom Fit. Let's see. Purchase tickets. No. Dead Muscles. Is that what they are? They named Don't Trip. Is that what
Yeah.
okay.
That's Friday night. Dead Muscles. Yeah, that's tonight.
Okay. Is there like a page with all of them?
And it's probably on Instagram, but I don't have Instagram.
Okay. I'll find it on Instagram.
Let me see if I can.
You say you don't have Instagram? Like at all?
Nope. Or Facebook. I don't have
That's
any.
impressive.
My
Just
social
you.
media is YouTube.
Just YouTube. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. All right. Okay. So we'll share. I found them. All right. So 5 rounds. Is this a solo individual competition?
It's partner.
Partner? All right.
Two-person team.
Each round completes 5. Okay. So tell me about your ability. Are you on? So we're looking at dead muscle. All right. So it's 5 rounds per time.
Yeah. For starters, I'm doing the intermediate.
Okay.
So the weight is 225, and instead of bar muscle up, it's chest to bar. I'm 35, so I'm not trying to go out there and compete with the young bucks. I mean, I'm still young too, I guess, but
You are young.
I mean, I could do this workout, but my partner, he wanted to do intermediate too, and I was fine
Sure.
with that. But so my ability, I mean, I got a 500-pound deadlift, and like I said, I tested 3 rounds for my division,
There we go.
and
Cool.
it was about 1 minute and 50 seconds.
A round?
No, for 3 rounds.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, that's not very fast. Yeah. So is it a you go, I go?
No, so one person's on the deadlifts, one person's on the bar muscle up / chest to bar, for whatever division.
Oh, you can work at the same time, and you guys can literally just
You
rotate back and forth.
You have to work at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, it's back
okay.
and forth.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's really just dictated on the slowest person. And so who's the stronger athlete, or like the more fit athlete? Are you the more fit athlete?
We're pretty equal, to be honest.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
Should
we just grip and rip and just try and hold on the whole time?
Yeah. I mean, if you did 3 rounds in 1 minute 50, how did you feel?
I felt like the next 2 rounds were going to be pretty shitty.
Okay. So
but I mean, the workouts aren't supposed to be easy. So
yeah. On what aspect though? On the deadlift or the chest to bar?
I think the chest bar, I felt like I was going to have to possibly break, possibly.
Sure. Well,
just because my grip and buys were starting to feel it, but I mean, it's not supposed to be easy. So
yeah, I mean, I think
who knows?
I think you had a good. Yeah, I think you had a good. I think that's the plan. I think just having to break before you want to break. So maybe if you went unbroken with and 150, then in under 2 minutes, then I would just go right into round 4 and plan to break. Just go 5-5. Right away and then finish 5-5, because if you try to go unbroken, I think you're going to probably end up at like singles or a doubles. Like round 5 will take twice as long. So I would say just plan to go into round 4 with a split, like a 6-4 or something like that, just a quick break, and then and the same thing for round 5.
Cool.
Would be my like knee jerk guess. All right, so that's 1. All right, so the next one is don't trip. 12-minute AMRAP, 3 rounds, 25 cal bike, 100 double unders, max rep clean and jerks.
20/15 cal bike.
15, yeah. Is it a male female?
It's a male.
Oh, okay. All right. So 3 rounds each. So someone goes for. Yeah, explain
so back and forth on the bike and the double unders.
Got it. So like do you do all of this, and then the other person goes?
No, I'm on the bike. My partner's on the double unders. Then we switch until we complete 3 rounds each.
Got it. And then you just max rep clean and jerks the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the max rep clean and jerk, is someone resting? I assume it's just one barbell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How good are you at double unders?
I mean, if I did 100 unbroken, I would definitely spike my heart rate. But I could do 100 unbroken. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to do 60, 40.
Yeah, I mean it's really dependent. Are you taller? Is your partner taller?
5'11".
Okay.
We're both 5'11".
And are you guys good on the bikes?
Yeah.
So I would definitely use the bike to regain yourself. If you plan on breaking the double unders, then like let your partner know. You guys want to time that up specifically. There's no point to try and beat one because you can't work. You have to be on the opposite movement, right? Very similar to what it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I've never. I mean, I feel like I've seen it before at some point, but and yeah, so I would definitely just time it up for when you finish your double unders and whatever comfortable. So like let your bike pace dictate how often you're going to break your double unders, right? Yes, I know you guys could probably do 20 cals consistently in like 45 seconds, right? Maybe for
Yeah.
multiple rounds, but that's probably not a good idea, right? So like find that pace that's going to allow you to take one break on the double unders. So it's going to be about a minute, right? And then so set your bike pace up to be about a minute as well, right? You want to try and time up, your breaks. And even so, you can even like have your partner yelling out on the bike like 15 calories, 16. And so if you're getting close to finishing your double unders, you can even take an extra break, take a breath, and
Okay.
like maybe finish 10, something like that, right? Like you want to time it up perfectly. There's no point to hurry and rest, right? We never want to speed up to slow down.
Cool. All
Cool.
right.
And
And
then
the clean and jerks, you thinking 10 sets? I mean, not 10 sets, 10 reps, like touch and go, or
probably
because we
95.
tested that for. I mean, it was like super light. I mean,
Your biceps are going to be smoked. You're going to really feel it in the arms, probably more than the legs. And and it's going to be a lot of reps. I'm assuming you're going to get there if you're working at the same time. You're going to have, 4 minutes, 5 minutes? Is that what you're
yeah, that's
thinking?
what we're estimating. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of time at 95-pound clean and jerks. Tens, I would start with tens, but then I would drop down to whatever you can tolerate, right? So like tens are probably a good start, but it's probably going to be really, really challenging to sustain tens. I think your grip is just going to start to get fried. 300 double unders is going to fry that grip a little bit. So,
Well, my partner, he made a comment about how Friday's workout might affect this one because of the intensity that we're going to be pushing the deadlifts and chest to bars at.
yeah, I mean, grip. What's the time frame between the two? Geez,
So we
they're
go
both
out.
today, right?
No, just the deadlift one is tonight, and
Okay.
then the don't trip one's tomorrow. First one tomorrow at
You'll
8
be
o'clock.
fine. Grip fatigue isn't gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean biceps are gonna be tired for sure. You're gonna feel some bicep fatigue, but I think you'll be all right for the most part.
All right.
Okay. I wouldn't. Yeah, I would start with tens, and then whatever you have to do to keep the bar off the ground, right? So even if that means you go to fives, that's fine too. Race to 120 or max toes to bar in 5 sets. Synchro and then max. So 2 minutes work. So you do 12 synchro box jump overs and then max reps toes to bar with remaining time.
So we tested. Yeah, we tested this one, and we got 30 with about 20 seconds to spare. We just wanted to test it out.
Like one round.
So we're thinking we could possibly knock this out in 3 rounds and do 40.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. I mean, you guys want to be onto the toes to bar at about a minute, maybe just under a minute each time. That's the goal, right? And then again, similar with the barbell, just split once you get tired. Don't go to failure. Or you get to stand right under the bar, right?
That part we don't know. The way it's normally set up, I would assume so, but I mean, it's just one of us working out of time, and sets of 10 were no problem for us. I mean,
yeah, you might want to go big. You might want to go bigger.
Okay.
Just because there's only how many rounds? 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to push that early, just a little bit more. Tens just might be more transition than you want to do. You should probably only try to transition, like, I would think one time. one time within, right, 30 seconds, that's going to be like 25. That might be too big. So I think you're probably right. 12 to 15 would be my top end guess for an intermediate.
All right.
All right. Cycle through these a little quicker. 6 rounds for time, 15 overhead squats, 50-foot single arm overhead, walking lunge, 1 athlete per round. And
I think this one with us is pretty. I mean,
pretty easy.
we're gonna go unbroken,
Cool.
and then if we get tired, we'll just break 8-7. I think we're already kind of. It's pretty self-explanatory on that one, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to put the bar, you just want to make sure you cycle, no pausing at the top, right? So like whenever you have like a bar off the ground, continuous motion is the best.
Cool.
That was it. Sick.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Cool. Well, glad to call.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for calling in. That was awesome.
All right.
Cool, man.
Any problem?
Enjoy the day. Thanks for
All
being a part of the show.
All right, Rolf. Keep listening. See you
later. Well, that worked out well. That was cool. People left, so I guess they didn't like it that much. That's okay. That's all right. We'll keep them quick. That was fun. Good morning. Good morning. Carlos, thanks for the feedback. Cool. We'll keep them short, keep them quick. Yeah, that was sweet. That worked out really well. I wonder why it didn't go in the first time. That's all right. It is what it is. What did I have? Oh, so college football starts soon, which I hope everyone around here really enjoys. I love college football. I live in the South. I live in Florida, and it's a huge deal where we live. Probably isn't a huge deal for everybody, but it is a big deal for us. And so, my wife is a huge Gator fan, and I'm a huge Miami fan, and we only play each other like every few years. We haven't played in 5 years. And every time they play, me and my wife are in different states, and we'll be in different states again. They play next week, which is always a good thing, because if we're in the same room when they play, there's lots of stress and tension. CJ, what am I doing today? I got Bennett today. You should come up to the garage and work out with us. Come to Mako 10. Maybe I'll swing down if I'm out that way. Me and Bennett will swing by the gym. And so that's next week, and of course I'll be coaching. I have to record it, and then I'll sit in my hotel room by myself watching the game. And if they don't win, it'll be a sad day. Let's see. What else? Oh, I saw this, y'all. Oh, it's Maddie's birthday. Happy birthday, Maddie Rogers. All 30 of you. It's Maddie's birthday, August 23rd. Our birthdays are close together. What is she, like 21? She's a baby. This is Carlos Bound Media. If you guys need pictures, video, he's the man. He's the man behind a lot of CrossFit content that you guys have consumed over the years. So this guy's the shit. Go follow him on Instagram, Bound Media. Y'all, I saw this and I thought I was gonna throw up. This is a big negative for me. Share screen. Dude, what? This is a pool. Who would get in this pool? I wouldn't. I don't think I could force myself to get in this pool and walk over a bottomless or a glass bottom swimming pool 200 feet in the air. I don't think I could do it. Dude, no way. It makes me want to throw up just thinking about it. Oh, man. This guy's my idol, no socials. I know. I wish I had no socials. I really do. The only reason I have socials is to talk shit with Carlos on it. That's it. What's my training shoe of choice? I've trained in every shoe. I mean, every single shoe that's besides maybe the Ruck, whatever they have, and Born Primitives, the Savage ones. It's the only shoe that I haven't trained in, but I've trained in Metcons, I've trained in Nanos, I've trained in Nobles, and I always come back to Innovates. Never fails. I'll go and I'll leave Innovates for a little bit, and then I always end up back to them. I love Innovates. F235 or I used to do F195. Don't even make those anymore. I always go back to Innovates. I think they're the best shoe. Hands down. They last the longest. I run in them. I run distance in them. And yeah, it's always what I lean into for sure. 34. Hey, I'm 34. I feel like Dumbledore. No way. I feel the best I've ever felt. Probably because I don't train competitively anymore, but it just is what it is. That's most likely why. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah. Carly, I haven't trained in tiers. Maybe you should get me a pair. Does tier want to sponsor the show? All 25 watchers. Yeah, speaking of sponsors, make sure to scan the QR code for some Third Z if you guys are looking to improve your sleep. No melatonin, no hormone modulation, so it doesn't mess with what happens naturally in the body. It just supports it. Collagen, all the good stuff. All right, scan the code, 15% off. It works. It works. It supports all of it. All right. I think we're gonna go. I think, like I said, I'm hanging out with Bennett today because I'm leaving for a week, and so I'm keeping him home from school. He's still sleeping. But I think we're gonna go swim. I think we're gonna go to the Sky Zone, which is like a little like bouncy, like a trampoline park thing. Well, we went there over a year ago, and he couldn't do anything. He was barely walking. So I think he's gonna really enjoy it. He's just gonna tumble all over. It's gonna be funny. It'll be fun to go there with him today. What should we do? Do you guys have any other suggestions? Legends just added to their story. Is it worth looking at? Nope. Nothing. This is a good question. I am status post PRP psoas tendon injections. So a few things. Why did you get it? That's a pretty specific PRP injection, but usually your PRP time frame for back to activity is just to tolerance, 4 to 6 weeks, modified activity, and then that. But that's very, very subjective. That's just kind of what the doctors say. There's not really a lot of research on why you should rest and modify in that time frame. Usually, that rest and modify in the time frame is what we would normally do if you had, maybe like a hip impingement type stuff. Is that what you're feeling? That's a very specific injection. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Especially bilateral. Did you have bilateral hip impingement pain, like anterior pain in the bottom of a squat would be my guess. And so yeah, answer those questions and we'll kind of move back to it. Used Third Z for a month, enjoyed it, felt no difference once I stopped. Yeah, it happens. It's not, I mean, I think everyone will have different responses to it. If you're a good sleeper and you feel good, no supplements are always better than some supplements. He will be 2 in October, so he's like 22 and a half months, something like that. Evelyn, how old is he? He's almost 2, and he is the best. I love it. It's the best. He's been crabby the last couple days. I don't know why. Maybe a little too much. We try to limit the TV. He likes Blaze. He's learned how to count. I mean, he's a 2-year-old. He can he counts to 10, right? And he can recognize all the numbers up to 10. He does a really good job. He seems to be pretty smart. I don't know. You always say that as a parent, right? My kid's smart, and I try not to be like that. But he does surprise me when he just drops a full sentence. He's like, "Dad, sit, play cards." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll do that. I can do that." Yes. He's kind of bossy. But he's so cute. You guys want to see a picture? Let me see if I'll pull a picture up of him. A good one. Let's see. Carlos knows. Bennett's the man. Carlos has taken like some of the best pictures on the planet of Bennett. Let me pull these up. I'm a very proud parent. Is there a person at my door? No. Garbage truck. I'm a really proud parent. Like probably to annoyance for most people, but it is what it is. That's why it's my kid. Give me a wrench. I'll give you a wrench later for sure. Is that what it is? Is the wrench kind of like a status symbol? Is that why people want it so bad? I don't understand it. Um, um, uh, this is my little nugget. He's got something on. He's eating at school. There. He's a cutie patootie. He's got a full head of hair. And then there's Nugget. Oh man, I love him so much. It hurts. Does it always hurt to love your kid as much as I love Bennett? Trying to keep it on the screen too long. Some people are funny. Like I just feel like he gets older and I just like love him even more. And he's just an even better dude every time. All right, Slater, I'll give you a wrench. I'll figure it out this weekend. That's a nice age, just old enough that you're no longer afraid they'll die. No, I'm still afraid that he's going to kill himself at any point in time. 100%. Like I just feel like he's going to just yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm still afraid. Like if we go outside, like he just like eats shit every 5 seconds on the pavement. My wife's like, "Why'd you let him outside?" I'm like, "He's got to go outside. He's just going to fall in the concrete." But he runs. When he runs, he's so cute. He's just like he like slides around like our corner and he can't stop himself, so he usually just runs into the refrigerator. It's amazing. All right. Yes, tendonitis, both sides, made worse with extreme flexion and extension. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of PRP. The things that I'm going to suggest that you do are things that I would have suggested you do without PRP and things that probably most people don't do. But I like isometric holds, right? So psoas marches, like split squat holds. So like floating, hovering lunges, time under tension in those painful positions, but at like lower ranges, right? So I like to put like a bar on the rack at like hip height, hands on the bar and drive the knee into the bar and an isometric hold there. So like an isometric hip flexion single leg is my go-to. Things like wall sits, glute bridges, all of that stuff as well. But basically the goal for what you want to do, depending on how far out from the PRP you are, is start isometric holds and start increasing your tolerance to flexion and deep squatting. So go to parallel, time under tension, but don't do it with load on your back, right? So, which is why I like the split squat. The split squat is going to get hip extension on the down leg and then hip flexion on the up leg. Ural is the wrench to lay it on the, yes, exactly. Yes, that is the goal. Slater will lay the pipe to all of my watchers. Well, 26. I feel like people are starting, the peak. I mean, this was like the past, I don't know, 2 weeks, 15 days from yesterday morning was pretty much like the peak of YouTube CrossFit content consumption. And it's interesting. I feel like people are starting to kind of phase off, the shows when you talk about all the drama. Does anyone want to talk about that, by the way? I'd probably rather not, but if anyone does have an opinion on PFA or want to call in to give a thought, I'm always down to hear it. Or where we are currently in our drama-filled world and universe. But it kind of like it's peaked and I feel like it's kind of leveling off. So it's gotta figure out what we're gonna talk about. Um, yeah, Thor, when is the next WOD Prep training camp? I feel like we do need one in Pensacola. We have the gym to do it for sure. We just got to talk to the owner and figure it out. That's our general thought. It's easier to do it in Denver because everything is there. And so I like it there. I don't have to worry about it. But if it's here, then I have to probably plan it. No, I don't want to plan it. But maybe that does sound ideal. Oh, interestingly enough, I recently chatted with a Pensacola is better than everywhere else in the country. There's no doubt. There's only one negative thing about Pensacola, no matter what anyone says. The airport. Sucks to fly in and out of. If the airport was even like, I don't know, Charlotte, it would be not even Charlotte. I don't know. It just any moderately okay airport. It would be the perfect city to live in. That's not even remotely true. Carlos, I don't fly 3 times a year. Just because you fly 3 times a month, and it still sucks to fly out of, and you know it. No, the airport is nice. The airport's fine, but the cost and the difficulty to fly in and out of, it would just be easier, right? Because you always have to go to Atlanta or Charlotte or Miami or Dallas, and then you have to go wherever you're going to go. Property values in Pensacola are untouchable. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. They are going up. I know that. My house has appreciated almost 100% since I bought it in 2018. Yeah, like 80%. So, this is crazy. 76 times. Have you really flown 76 times, Carlos? That's wild. Where were we going back? Every time we go to others. I'm burnout. All right. So no talk. All right. I love it. Training and WOD prep. See, this is perfect. See, this is all I want to talk about ever. Hey, come on. So the property, so I've been looking, we want to relocate there. Everyone should live here. It's growing. Right? And so you mean property values are untouchable, meaning they're really high? Or what do you mean by that? Like they're low? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. They're getting higher for sure. But you can still get a decent amount of land for pretty good, not too crazy. No lie to them. Pensacola is awful. We don't want any more here. Yes, we do. It's increasing value. Oh, guys, we are getting a Costco like 400 yards from my house. I am so stoked. So stoked. Walking distance. And I live kind of in the older part of the city, and I am heated. And our Winn-Dixie is bye-bye. It's turning into an Aldi's, and I'm so excited. So excited. Property values are going to skyrocket, and I don't have to drive across town to get groceries. Do we do Beach Brawl? Yes. Carlos actually is the main media person for Beach Brawl. This guy. And yes, I've done it. I did it every year from 17 to 22. Does that sound right? Yeah, 22. Last year I did it. We finally won on a team. And RX, not elite. And then, yeah, but yes, I did it every year. It's a great event. I love everything about Beach Brawl. We know the owners very well. Mako, the gym that we go to, or that I go to, used to basically own it and put it on. And so we've been a part of Beach Brawl since the beginning. I think it started in 14 or 15, and I came into town late 16. So I've been a part of it since 2017 in some capacity, pretty much every year except the last 2 years. 13. Carlos knows. 2013. Carlos runs most of it. He does all the media. It's actually like in a month. It's a great event. You guys should always consider coming down for it. The events are good. They're very, competitor friendly. It's the beach in September. It's amazing. Well, talk about a throwback. How many people in here don't know who Easy Muhammad is? Thoughts on the Masters and teen? I haven't looked at the teen events. We did go over the match. I did a whole show on it yesterday. Briefly, I think they're really good. I think they're really well balanced, and the main thing that I saw was it's things that can be done in a gym, which a couple years ago people would have been really pissed about. Like, oh, it's just another semifinals online qualifier, blah blah blah. But it seems like people are really kind of I don't know, getting old maybe, and they're like they feel nostalgic to traditional CrossFit or something like that, because at one point everyone would have hated these workouts, that they're kind of boring. But see, everyone seems to really appreciate them, which I'm all for. I love it. I think it's really, really great. And I think they're balanced. I think the overall theme of the weekend was really good. Pull them back up real quick. Present. Share. Yeah, we have aerobic with hinge fatigue, grip pulling endurance, knee flexion power output, Olympic, like a strength test, power test, grunt work, knee flexion, another knee flexion. It is a little heavy in the squat pattern, in my opinion, but another power output piece, the standard, which is my favorite workout ever, written in CrossFit. Hands down, I think it's the most, I said this last night on my show. Is like, we have like 3 workouts that sort of define. We have like Fran, which is the heart, and foundation of CrossFit. We have Murph, which is sort of shows like our grit and mindset of doing hard things. And finally, the standard, I think, shows our top end ability and really what we're capable of as athletes. So no. This is it. Thanks, Travis. That's right. Yeah, so I mean, I really love it. I think it might be maybe a little, some of the overall might be a little short, maybe a little on the power output side. But within 460 competitors on 3 floors of competition is going to be so hard to get through. Like, they're going from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. nonstop with no breaks every day. So it is a very dense day, and I think they did as well as they could within the time domains too, right? So I think that's why you see 3 very short workouts, maybe even 4. But if you just, if you consider short, medium, long, they have 3 short. They have 4. I think they have 5 medium, right? If you count it 8 to 12, 1, 2, 3. This is theoretically a medium for 5, and then you have 2 long. It's hard to argue with that. I mean, they're really on point with it, and yeah, I think it's good. It is going to be streamed. All the teen and all the masters, every event, they said, which is crazy. I don't know how they're going to stream 3 floors at the same time. But it looks like they're really trying to put in a lot of effort into this. So everyone watch, please. Everyone just turn it on. Even if you're not watching, just put it on YouTube. We want to get a ton of views, as many views as we can, because that's what's going to push the needle and keep them doing it. Yep, classic CrossFit and simple. Might be an unpopular opinion, but I actually prefer to see things that can be done at the gym. At the elite level, it's more relatable. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what really built CrossFit from where it was to where it is, right? Is this all of us are we're all the athletes, right? It's just we're on the same spectrum, unlike the NFL, right? Where none of us go play football. And you know, like as adults, but we do CrossFit, right? We do a lot of the same stuff that these elite athletes do, just on a different level and scale, right? Travis, no sledgehammer is a miss. I agree. I think they definitely should have just taken it and like ran with it and brought all the equipment here for it. Given all the age groups, the volume is robust. It is. There's a lot of workouts. There's never been 10 workouts. Excuse me. And so, but if we really look at it, 3 of them are really short. One's a bike piece. This isn't going to create a lot of fatigue. This is going to create a lot of fatigue. This one for like the middle age groups is going to be very challenging, but not for the younger. It is. It's a decent amount of volume. And so, you know, it's robust for sure. I think it's exactly what you said. So I agree. I like it. Oh, this is a great analogy. I feel like I've heard this before and talked about this. Classic CrossFit is like golf. Anyone can go to a course and a pro plays and see what it's like. Yeah, and you can see how fucking terrible you are when they shoot scratch and then you shoot 107. Yep. All right. Let's see. All right. Exit out of those. I feel like I was about to talk about something. Beach brawl. No. What were we talking about? Oh, here we go. If the property value is too high, just air out the Glock. Yeah. That always works. Probably not in Pensacola, to be honest. Everyone here has guns. It's Florida. They're allowed. Travis, what are you doing? You want to get on the show for 20 minutes? Let's see. Well, we had our first call in. That went okay. It was probably a little long, but thanks, Slater. Thanks for reaching out. That was good. It worked. I'm glad it worked. That was nice. I got turned down a little bit. Who knew that I would be playing with a Rodecaster in August this year? I was very confident that maybe Travis would do this as I started to figure out this thing, but I guess it's me. That's all right. In the hot tub. What do I pay you for? Just got home in the hot tub. Jesus. Lazy. Just kidding. Cool. Anyone have any other injury or fitness questions? Oh, there we go. Camille, does Legends have a YouTube channel? Yes, it'll be on the Legends YouTube channel. So yeah. Anyone have any training questions or injury questions? I feel like I had some other topics that I wanted to talk about. No. No drama. Good morning. Good morning, Holly. So we're finishing up, kind of cleaning up the Coda Iron Game workouts. They're really fun. Me and Kevin have really been digging in deep to try and make it good. I hope anyone listening can go. I think Camille is competing. But it's going to be a fun one. If you have an inkling or just a desire to compete, Denver's really easy to fly into. There's tons of hotels there, and it's going to be a really good competition. We have a few more spots. All right, let's see. Coda individuals. So we have 3 male, 7 female. And I think there's only like 1 or 2 individual female scale left. And then we just opened up an RX male section. So we sold out all 18, well 20, and we opened up to 24. That doesn't make sense. We have 18 currently. We sold out the 16, so we have 6 more. And then we have just a few more here, right? So everyone is going to get shoes. So if you're thinking coat of iron, coat of iron, I don't know what you're saying. Coat of iron. Is that like a play on words for the coat of iron view? Coda means friend, I think is the gist of it. Anyways, you guys should do it. It's going to be a fun one. We have masters available too. You just need to be a combined age of 120. So you can have a baby. You can have someone under 35. You just got to be able to make 120 years between your three. So, yeah, you guys should think about it. 2 months, less than 2 months now. Let's see. Anything of worth. So, yeah, I think that's it. Any last questions before we pop off? I usually try and go till 8. So I have 15 minutes, but it sounds like I'm just kind of rambling. So, which is totally fine. We can move on and enjoy the weekend. I get some breakfast before Bennett wakes up. Bueller. I want to play some golf now that I think about it. Oh, this is what I was going to say. So I know, this is like a CrossFit world, and most people in here don't drink. Oh, sorry. There we go. Name of the comp. Coda Iron Games. Coat of Iron. Coda Iron Games. It does sound like I said that, huh? I know a lot of you don't drink, but I do. Not a lot. But I go through these waves where I won't drink for a month or two at all, and then I'll have like a nightcap for like a week or two, and I just kind of go through these waves, and I don't know what causes that. And it's never enough to get intoxicated by any means, but I don't know, it's very strange. And so I'm in a wave right now where like I have a nightcap most nights. I don't know. I have like a decent bourbon collection from, when I thought it was cool, and, I have nicer bottles and stuff. Alcohol-free Erdinger. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's definitely not a taste thing by any means. I'm not like, I need the taste. And it's not even like an I need it thing. It's just, I don't know. It's just only third Z here. Yeah, I always feel funny talking about alcohol with CrossFitters, because I feel guilty. I feel guilty, because no one consumes, which is fine, obviously. It's more of like a me thing, but yeah, it's I don't know. Go through these waves, and then I won't for months, and then I'll come back, and I'll, have a small glass for like a week or two, and then it'll go away. And I don't know what causes that. What do you guys think causes that? Or where's that desire come from? I don't know. Yeah, only third Z here. That's right. Did you get your bag? I never even asked you. I assume you did, Travis. There we go. My man. Yep. If you guys are looking for a little discount on Third Z, make sure to check it out. I'm going to take my little banner off the ticker. Hide. There we go. If you're thinking of signing up for the Coda Iron Games, scan the QR code. And if you are struggling with an injury or anything, scan this QR code or email me at cj@wadprep.com, looking for one-on-one coaching or struggling with an injury. That's what we do. That's our gist. We have multiple physical therapists in our coaching staff that do performance coaching and rehab coaching. So, yeah. This was, where are we at? This was for my birthday last week. It's always cute. Obviously, Bennett didn't write that, but inside he scribbled all over it. I love it. Shh. Go away, snoring. Cool. Well, all right, team. We'll end it this week. We'll have some topics for next week. So I head out Tuesday morning for the CrossFit Games. For the Masters CrossFit Games. If you're going to be in Birmingham, make sure to hit us up. We'll try and do some nightly coverages. I'm going to bring all my shit there and make Travis and John talk about Masters CrossFit at some point during the week, even though they don't want to. But I'll be live Monday morning, maybe with one of my coaches, and for sure, hopefully on Friday as well, if we can get up early enough. If not, we'll pick it back up next week. Mondays and Fridays, we'll keep the coffee and conversations going with the live call-ins. Hopefully we'll continue to get more people. I know it's early, but, just trying to give people something to chat about in the morning. So thanks for being here, team, and we'll see you on Monday.